Hello everyone, you're listening to the Ragnar-Ra Tarot, and for tonight we have a selection again of oracle cards. I'm going to keep this theme at the moment, see how it goes. I think I may have selected a few too many tonight. It was just what came out actually. And I hope you're all well, and I hope that this reading answers your questions and clarifies anything that you need to know right now. And remember, these are timeless readings. So first of all, we're going to begin with a nice easy oracle, and this is "The universe has your back." And we have a message, and it says, obstacles are detours in the right direction. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that. I can't see it actually when I'm trying to show it you on here. That's okay. If you can see it, that's great. So that's the first message out here, is that any obstacles in your way are detours in the right direction. So yeah, that's the way to look at this. The Egyptian oracle. First of all, we have Amut, and that is devastation. Quite clearly is the word on this oracle. Okay, devastation. Now, until we know exactly what this refers to, we are not going to freak, okay? Because that's not what we do. He's a god of hell. He's a god of the afterlife. He's a hybrid, so he's like part crocodile, part hippopotamus, and part lion. Let me see. Okay, so this is him, and he devours souls and hearts of those who make mistakes in life: excessive pride, presumption, greed, eagerness, conquest, the need for conquest. Well, we're talking about the lower vibrations here when we talk about hell. So these are like the souls that we would say in Christian terms, hell, that belong in hell. It represents consequences to past mistakes. You may have to face a drastic change with the elimination of a lifestyle you were used to, or a crisis with your partner, or a painful breakup here with the conquest and collapse of defenses. Okay, so there's some kind of shake up here, and something is being eliminated from your life. Something of your old lifestyle. Everything can be resolved if you reflect as soon as possible on the solutions to bring about a positive change. You can give rise to a totally new recovery, change perspectives, and take up new positions. We won't exactly understand what this is referring to, or what kind of change is being talked about. But these are solutions. What did it say? All detours are to reroute you on your right course. This was the first message. So these are linked. All the cards are linked. They're telling a story. They're not separate or alone. So whatever we're reading, it is the story of the cards. So there's some rerouting going on here. Okay, let's have a look. And here we have Shu. and we have order and peace. And we have the sky goddess above Shu here, who is Snoot. She represents all the stars and heavenly bodies in the sky. So we can see already with Shu, the clarification of peace and order is being brought into your life. So something is changing in order to bring in this peace and this order. So he's a primordial god, Shu, and is the son of Amun-Ra. He personifies the air, the wind, but also the light that broke the primordial darkness. His name means he who rises. He's portrayed with the ostrich feather on his head, a symbol of lightness and purity, very example of the kind of feather that you'd see on the scales as well. When the heart was measured with the feather, we see this lightness, we see this purity. So all these are signals here. You're going through some kind of purification process. And this purification is here to bring you into order or balance and peace. So it's some kind of spiritual shift is what it is. And it's a transformation as well. It's the breath of light, the purity, the cooling breeze. That you may need to be more disciplined at this time. This is part of the journey. It's part of this spiritual process. So no uncontrolled impulses here or desires and passions. So this is like process you're going through, this spiritual process, this spiritual purification to bring in peace. This is for someone that is going through this kind of master level journey into an enlightened state or a higher state, a higher awareness. So time has come to lighten and rebalance. I told you it was about balance. I said like the feather, the purity and the lightness, which is balanced with the heart. Well, now we can see clearly these are the lower vibrational energies and forces. It's your frequency, it's being lifted here. This balance means more constraint on your own emotions and desires and feelings. Constraint here. And this is your spiritual path we're talking about. And we have Kepri, because this change is coming in. It's symbolized, there's Ra. You see that he is complete darkness. There is no face here. It's a very good sign, Kepri. So this is someone of a very high frequency, and they're on this journey. So it's the god of the sun's daily rebirth. It's the cyclical renewal of the sun, represented by the scarab. Kepri is the black as darkness, the beginning of all things. It symbolizes the transformation. You see, the transformation. The victory of light over darkness, of life over death, the becoming, the generative power symbol of rebirth. This is a rebirth. You're being reborn from one life into this new life, this higher vibrational life. It's the end of one cycle, the breakdown, wreckage. The wreckage is, and disappointments and everything else. But everything, it may cause that. It may cause some kind of wreckage going on in your life. But things are always constantly changing, like day and night. Kepri encourages you to get up every day with the light of faith and hope, because after the night, a new day always dawns. Yeah. So you're going through this rapid, successive, it's a path that you're on, and it's been going on to get to this point probably for some time. You've been really going through these shake-ups. You've had many, many, many obstacles you've had to surpass, challenges, directional routes, constant ups and downs maybe. And it's all about your path here and how to successfully bring you through to this new birth, this new life that's coming in for you. So this is the messages of the Egyptian gods. I have 2 angel cards tonight. We're going to leave them both until the last. We're going to always allow the angels to have the last words on these oracle readings. So let's go and see what else we have here. So here we could already see that the changes that are coming in are going to probably feel quite scary at first, with this little girl hiding behind the door because of this big blue teddy coming through. So yeah, let's have a look at that and see exactly what that means. Okay, so the key word to this oracle card is strategy. Yes, this looks bad, but don't panic. It's the first words here. Keep your wits about you and calmly assess the situation. What skills do you have that can be helpful here? Cleverness, stealth, speed. What tools or weapons are at your disposal? So it's strategizing the best way to proceed here. So in the light it says, having a game plan increases your success immensely. And the strategy doesn't matter much if you share it with everyone. So keep silent until you're ready to act. There's a deliberate message there as well. So throughout this transformational period, there are these obstacles, these troubling energies coming in. But there are things you have to hide. In order to get through this, you're going to have to be silent, because it feels like it's whatever something around you maybe, or some energy around you. It's necessary for you to go through this with not only patience, not strict, but disciplined way. And let's look at this one. We have the Queen. Well, last night we did see a bee. The last reading, I saw a bee in the Sesakoli oracle. Right, she was riding a bee, and I said Queen Bee. And here we have the Queen. And this is the archetypal oracle. So let's have a look at that for you. So it represents the Empress, this archetypal queen, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. She's got a dualistic nature, like her counterpart, this King. She is the lotus blossom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the Queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she's patient and forgiving. She waits for the god and the goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the Queen, is to settle into a deep trust, resolve and power. The royal Queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. So this is your resolve, it's your courage, it's your stillness, it's your embodiment of grace. And this is the key to the process of this. This is very specific, this reading. It is certainly not for everyone. For those of you that are on this quest, it will mean the most. For those it doesn't, it could mean that because you are becoming more enlightened or more awake, that things are changing in your life, and those changes are very disruptive, and the only way you can get through them, either way, is through this process of being more at peace. Okay, let's have a look at the mirror. Okay, this is the second archetype that's come out. Look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals into other realms. They can shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, project, deflect an image back to us that we deem to be true, or an energy, if you deflect an energy. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception here. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of Narcissus, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image. So compelled by his reflection, he could not turn away, the fixation that eventually led to his death. So recognize the power and danger of the mirror. It's a construct, one that may drive a shard between you and your true self. It contains the trickster energy. So it's about not being distracted. Stop with the comparisons. Let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest with the one inside. The things that create the illusions are the mirror. The mind is the mirror. So what it's asking for is more meditation, more focusing on your true self. Yeah, less on the illusion. Crow moon. Okay, so again we see this mirror. It says crow moon. And it says Aries Pot's child. And it is card 1. It is Aries. So we have this fire here. And it's crow moon. It's discernment. It takes various shapes and forms, power in your ego and in your center. You are under my light and I see what is really going on. Be sure to keep your ego in check. Just repeating this here. Operate from a strong center. Remain grounded and secure in your own self-reliance. Crow's a spirit messenger. Listen to your intuition and look for subtleties. Okay? So this is all about looking into your intuition, going deeper within yourself again. And then we have the masculine, and we have the winter, and we have the elder air. Okay? So we have this masculine north, and the elder air. So the colder air of winter, the night of dream time. It is from my direction that knowledge and strength are found. My strong winds brings change. Change in weather, change in work, change in life. Listen to the teacher within to receive knowledge. Use that knowledge properly and you have wisdom. And with wisdom, power. So it's kind of echoing Shu here, who is the wind as well as the light. But it is in stability. We were talking about the scales earlier with the Egyptian cards saying the balance. And also it's giving me grounding, which was also mentioned. These are the oracles for now. And I'm going to look at the angels now and see what the angels have to say. Spiritual journey, this specific journey for some of you here into an enlightened state I'm seeing with these cards. It is, and it's all coming to some kind of accumulation here with Kepri. So you have Lila Hell, and it's someone who longs for you, will be in your thoughts. You will also be in theirs. Okay? Okay? Someone who longs for you. Someone in your thoughts, someone. This could also mean some kind of longing within you, because talking on this spiritual journey here. So you could be longing for something you're longing for here. And we have a friendship as well. So maybe it is also related to friendship with this. So is this bringing something in for you? This new beginning. Could be some kind of friendship here coming in. Let's have a look at that for you and see how this applies. Yeah. So what this is talking about is changes that are happening in your friendships, and to appreciate the healing benefits of a true friend. It could also mean, because of these changes in your friendships, there is someone here, a true friend. Not only are you changing on the inside, but your life is changing on the outside as well. Among these changes are your relationships with friends to them. Know that God and the angels watch over you and your friends, and they will lovingly help during this transition. The card, and again it brings in a transition. They are all connected. The card signifies that you're ready to receive new friendships with people who mirror you and your ambitions here. Yeah, so it's like leaving one life for a new life. So let's have a look at the tarot. And I already have some, and they're all pulled out, and you have this Judgment is calling me, and the trumpet is blowing here for you. It's definitely coming to a culmination with these transitions, with these changes. So this is for someone, as I said, that's been on this path for some time, and now we can see the big changes coming in. You've been able to see the real shake-ups happening in your life. As you change, everything around you starts to change. And you have this High Priestess pulling back this curtain here. So you're looking deeper into your inner world that makes more sense to you now. And then we have this Three of Pentacles, which is about something you are doing, but you're not doing it alone. This chapter of your life, you are working with others. They have you on this soul level, and they're looking after you, and you're getting help. You're being helped. And then there's this beautiful energy with the King of Cups, and you can see this huge figure of a person. And this is like giving me like strong soul energy, like the feeling of this great soul, this higher being, beautiful energy of love here with this King of Cups. It's really giving me like rising from the sea as well, which is also about this false self of the illusion and the trickster. This rising up, this energy of removing yourself from the illusions and allowing the process, going with this flow of this process. And a kind of sense of being carried as well is coming into my head, and I have to mention, because it's come under the Three of Pentacles, collaboration with others. It could be your guides, being helped here with this ride, like picking this ship up and moving it. The change is moving you from one place to another. And we have this Nine of Swords, okay? So there's a lot of disturbance which comes with it, of course, because everything inside you is changing. And if it's a real enlightenment state, because right now in this world, a lot of people being enlightened. This is like the start of it here. So these big forces that, and this is giving me strong wheel of fortune, movement, change. Yes, it's reflecting Kepri with this change happening. And you steadily look, the person is this side, as though they're coming up to the top. You see that? And it's like, it's got these 5 leaves. And you're like here, and the next one is like the top where this other bird is. So that's what I'm seeing, and that's what's being shown to me. And what else I want to say tonight, which is significant about this reading, is I'm not getting voices. Like yesterday I was getting literal like words. I was hearing my guides say something, but in my mind putting the words into my mind. But tonight there's no words. It is just pictures, and everything is just coming out of the pictures. Yeah, there's this adjusting, this adjustment. We see the sea again here, the mirror. Yeah, the moon. Yeah, it's related to the sea, an adjustment. We're seeing you balancing here, and the balancing is the energies that you're working with to be like shoe, as light as the feather, in flow, adjusted, and yeah, just balanced, balancing your conscious, your subconscious, controlling, yeah, like the ships, like being the captain of the ship is also something I have to say to you, because you see the ships in the distance there. If they had no captain there, you know, they would just go to ground. And that's the kind of energy that you're in right now. You're in this stormy sea, and you're having to, look, carry, you're having to control the boat. You're having to steer your boat, you know, your vehicle, in a balanced way, nothing in excess. And this is about your emotions, your thoughts, your desires. And we have a Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is like the younger mind here. And the younger mind is very like reactionary. But it's not here. It seems like it is still. It's not even looking at us here. He's not bringing any message. It's just silent. And he looks very in control, doesn't he? He looks very austere. So still in this younger mind, still in the lower vibrational energies here. And this hangman is now on his feet. He's no longer waiting. And you see the full sun here at the back of his head. So the waiting is coming to an end. And that will be the accumulation, the fulfillment of this. For some of you, it really is talking about awakening. And you'll know if it's for you. You will know because you'd have been through this. You'll be through these destructive energies. You'll been through these mental agonies and tortures. You'll be through these very like scary periods in your life. And you're having to proceed in this certain way. Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to use a few pop arts now just to see what's going on, just to lighten it up, because yeah, it's a heavy journey. I'm talking to people who are on a mission. I'm talking to you, and if you're listening to this, you are one of these people, and you know where you are on this journey. And it follows up to the previous journey about previous reading about having important role in the world, and because there's going to be big changes. I want to talk more about this in an oracle reading, about what is happening at the moment in this world, and some of the things and messages I've been getting. Here is someone here has been clinging on. It's like someone that's been holding on, someone that's been paranoid, someone that's been some kind of imposter, someone that's been working on a level of greed. And at the beginning of the reading, we were talking about Amut, and Amut was going to be destroying these lower vibrations, these negative, something that was of lower vibration. Further on in the reading, that things were going to be taken out of your life, and I think this is the work of Amut. So someone that is greedy, someone that has been clinging, someone that's been maybe after what they can get out of you, thinking that they can milk you. Maybe your spiritual energy they've been milking. You find that very often. Someone sees someone like you and they want to get what they can out of you because they know that you're like somebody of clout in this world, and they want that. They want what you have, and they want to try and milk you. So we're getting answers to why we have a mut here, and also following your path here. And this is to leaving these energies behind, right? Because it's the Eight of Cups. This is the walking away, to follow your own path, your own destiny. And this is being removed from you, whoever they are, under this scary person, and how to strategize here and how to help yourself. Well, one of the ways is not let them know anything about what you're doing. That is one of the ways here. So we're getting clarity with this Six of Swords, and this Six of Swords moving on from difficult relationships. In the ride away, this is the boat that is moving forward. Yeah, it's getting in that boat after trouble, storms, bad, things happening, and moving away from it, knowing the lessons you've learned and moving on from that. Again, we have with this King of Swords, controlling emotions, because it's a swords, he's a king. We're talking discipline again, working from a higher mind, and very disciplined person, and using these energies is going to bring you everything you need. What was the word I kept saying throughout this reading? Everything's coming to a culmination. Well, this last card here is the Ten of Coins, and it is talking about the culmination of everything that you're doing now. He's going to give you some kind of inheritance. It's going to be some kind of Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles here. And that is your culmination, and it is some kind of inheritance. You're going to be the receiver of some kind of inheritance. And let me just say, whatever this 10 is for, it's for your work, okay? Because of this important role you have in the world. You know you're different from most people. You know you've got a particular path, yeah? And you know it's a particular spiritual path. And this money is here to help you, and you will need it on this path. There is something you're going to be doing to help humanity, and this is the reading I have for you. And I wish you all the best, all the love, and I know you're going to do really well, and these old energies will be swept away, and these new loving energies are going to be coming in for you. And the universe loves you, wants to help you every step of the way. So do your guides and your loved ones in the spirit world. I love you. Take care. Namaste.